Jenny! Door!
Come in!
Jenny! The door!
I know, I'm getting it. Good evening.
Hi, Jenny Flint. How are you doing? Doing good? Sorry, can I come in? London weather in the 1890s. If the smog doesn't kill you on the spot, the cold will. Oh, right! I was a Scotsman the last time we met, wasn't I? It's me, the doctor.
You what?
The doctor, you know, Blue Box, 2 Arts, Time Lord, Clara, all that stuff.
You're a woman.
Am I? Hadn't noticed.
How did you not notice?
Was more bothered by the roots of the hair than... Oh, never mind. The anatomy changes. They're superficial anyway. Mostly.
All right. I'll just go fetch Madame Vastra.
Consider me fetched. Hello, Doctor. Like the look. Would probably look better in a tighter outfit.
Well, I did try my old suit. I'm a bit short for it now. Oh! Wait, was that a sexually charged compliment?
Yes.
Hey!
What? She's attractive.
Oi, married!
Can we, not that I'm not flattered, very much so, but can we skip this conversation? Only I have a reason to be here, not flirting. No disrespect, you're very lovely.
No, by all means. What brings you here?
So, there's really no way to ask this, guys. So, has either one of you been writing angry messages to the moon for 7 months?
No. Neither of us have done that. Strax!
Yes, Ma'am, Miss Jenny. Doctor?
How did you know it was me?
You have always worn that ridiculous coat.
No, I haven't. This is a new coat.
Is it? Yeah, it looks much the same to me.
It has a hood.
Your previous one had a hood.
That was a hoodie. It was a completely different piece of clothing.
Strax, if we may put fashion critique aside, have you been sending angry messages to the moon?
No.
Strax?
Maybe. Yes.
Wonderful. You've apparently upset someone.
Yeah, we're a touch past upset.
A touch?
Well, I might be here to ask you guys for help to prevent a war.
Wonderful.
You'll recall, Doctor, during your convalescence.
My mourning period.
Yes, well, your convalescence, that I attempted to entice you back into the fray by mentioning the moon.
You said you declared war on the moon.
And I had. For too long, the Moonites have watched us, waiting for the moment to strike. Any true Sontaran soldier would never give an enemy the element of surprise. And so, in lieu of you wishing to take any genuine action against them, I warned them that I was watching them, and that any effort on their part to invade this planet would be futile, as I was here.
I see.
But there's no one on the moon. Is there?
Yes, there is. They're not there by the 21st century, but right now there's a whole host of them.
I thought our moon was too barren to support life.
It is. They're not natives. They're a race of near humans from a distant star system, a colony looking to make a new home for themselves. They've been sat on the moon for the last 200 years, preparing to land forces and invade.
Sounds like something from a book.
Oh, don't tell Herbert. He thinks he made it up himself. Though between you and me, I always thought that Mars made for a better antagonist.
What?
So here's the thing. Strax has inadvertently cottoned on to their plan.
It was not inadvertent. I was monitoring their communications for months before informing you all during the doctor's convalescence. You all ignored me.
To be fair, you have come up with some right nonsense over the years.
Very true.
Yep.
Well, in this case, it was not nonsense. I have been the only one preparing for the inevitable war on the moon since the beginning of this mess, and now we have the means to engage them.
Wait, we do?
We do.
You what, mate?
I have constructed 5 fighter craft, 3 light craft, 1 interceptor, and 1 two-being heavy fighter. That should be more than capable of engaging the pathetic Moonite forces. They are currently stored in a secret base under Loch Ness.
Is that what you were doing during your 3-week vacation in Scotland last month?
It is not the only thing I was doing.
You've built a fighter craft, whatever that is, to fight a war on the moon, and you didn't tell us.
And you sewed that silly lacy blue dress last month without telling anyone. We all have hobbies, Miss Jenny.
Lacy blue dress?
Quick interruption. Believe me, I love a lacy blue dress as much as the next bloke, but can we have a bit of focus, please? I have a plan to get us out of this, but it will require diplomacy, tact, and a certain level of guile, which is why I'm only taking Vastra.
What?
Outrageous.
Jenny, come here. Look. Normally I would take you, but I need somebody who's good in diplomatic situations. That's not Strax. That's like the complete opposite of Strax.
And I'm getting left behind because...
It's Strax. Do you want him to declare war on the mole men while we're not looking?
The mole men?
I know, they're a very peaceful people, but if anyone can annoy them, it's Strax. Just... Please, I'll take you to the movies afterwards. Oh, no, not that. I'll buy you some more sewing materials for an even prettier blue dress.
Fine.
I'll help however I can. But I should point out that I was of the warrior caste, not the diplomatic caste.
You'll do fine. You've got that solemn dignity thing going for you.
Oh, do I? Nice to know. Jenny, I'm trusting you to keep everything together until I get back.
And what about me, Mom?
I... Try not to blow anything up while I'm gone, eh? Miss Jenny's in charge.
Thank you, Mom.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, goodbye's all done. Tiny bit of a ticking clock here.
I'm going to Scotland.
Like hell you are.
You misunderstand me, Miss Jenny. I am going to Scotland. I am a Sontaran warrior, and should the worst happen, I will not sit here like a helpless human infant should Moonite forces begin a strafing run on this planet's strategic centers. Honor and rank dictate that I will not act without your consent, or at least not without your knowledge. But I will not be idle. Should war be upon us, you can either accompany me, or you can sit here and wait idly. I care not.
Fine. I'm coming with you.
Jolly good.
Right, short hop to the moon. I'm expected, so it's not that big a deal.
Oh, no. Of course not. Not that big of a deal. Just preventing an interplanetary war.
Well, if you think about it, it's quite a small deal from a galactic scale kind of perspective.
Unfortunately for the galaxy, the only perspective I have is that of a person who lives on Earth. And so I consider it quite a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Suppose you would. Sorry.
Quite We are going into this situation without backup.
There's always Strax and his starfighters.
Strax can't have built working starfighters.
Can't he?
Strax is nowhere near as incompetent as he seems. But that does not make him a miracle worker.
If you say so.
So, what now?
We're in flight mode. Next thing we need is some spacesuits. I've got to set through those doors, third right, second left. Go grab me a size M Alpha plus a size P Delta, please.
A size what and what?
Oh, it'll say on them. No biggie.
Of course.
You realise it'll take a day to get to Scotland in this carriage, right?
That would be accurate only if this carriage were a primitive, unmodified carriage of your era.
What's that?
That is a teleporter. We have now been teleported to Scotland.
When did you install the teleporter in the carriage?
Around the same time, I installed automatic defense turrets in the front hall, poison gas dispensers in the vault, and an emergency grenade armory in the guest bedroom.
You were generally frightening sometimes, you know that?
I am a Sontaran soldier. If I was not genuinely frightening, sometimes, to a primitive like you, I would be more defective than I already am.
Wait, what?
Never mind. We must focus on the task at hand. Come on, Miss Jenny. Flight prep. As the stinking deckhands of the Sontaran underclass used to say, this is a laborious process.
This is a horribly unflattering spacesuit.
Yes, it is.
You don't have any nicer ones?
What? Oh, no, just those. Budget cuts.
Budget what?
Anyway, we'll be there soon. Better keep ourselves focused on the task at hand.
If you say so. So, are these people actually expecting us? Or are you actually foolish enough to think we can show up on the eve of war and not step out of the box to weapons being aimed at us?
Oh, don't worry. I actually called before I spoke with you. We're hopefully going to be able to speak with them on relatively congenial terms.
Relatively congenial? In this context, meaning...
Meaning we're not going to get shot at the moment we step out the door. We might have a whole half hour before they shoot at us.
I do so love these trips we go on, Doctor. You take me to such wonderful places.
I mean, to be fair, I've taken you to a lot stranger locales than the moon. Remember that time we went to Disneyland together?
Yes, I don't know what possessed you. Almost always, so you could have me be the muscle. It's rare to be here for my supposed diplomatic prowess.
True. But hey! You were the calmest person at Demon's Run, and you helped Clara when I was here after one of my regenerations. So, it's got to count for something, right?
Indeed.
Here we are. Come on.
Are you sure we can walk out safely?
Of course!
Hold it right there, intruders.
Oh, sorry. We're not intruders. We're expected by Commander Handel.
You'll surrender all weapons and submit to interrogation.
I said we're expected. I'm the Doctor, this is Vastra, and we're envoys from Earth.
Calm down, Officer Hammer. Sir, they're intruders. I said, calm down. Envoys, you said?
That's right.
You've proof of that, have you?
I've got my ID in my suit. If you'll let me get it.
Slowly, if you please.
Here.
Seems to be in order. We'll send you through. No funny business though, Earthlings.
Earthlings?
Oh, Earthlings! Not heard a good Earthlings in decades.
It's a very strange word.
Yeah, the more sci-fi use is a bit ahead of your time.
Are you two quite finished?
All right, fine. Killjoy.
This is Commander Craig to Coordinator Henwood. You've got incoming. Understood. Prepare to engage Prime Delta. Understood, sir.
Is there any particular reason why I have to polish this bloody fighter thing before we fly it?
It has been convalescing underwater and requires polishing.
Why though?
It would not do for a Sontaran fighter craft to be scuffed as it goes into battle.
You're just making me do maid's work.
I haven't the faintest idea what you mean.
Yeah, I bet you bloody don't. What's that thing you're holding?
What? Oh, this. It's a monitoring computer. At any moment, the filthy moonites might choose to deploy their forces. The moment they do, I will be alerted and I will be able to destroy them.
Don't you mean we will?
Miss Jenny, while I commend your personal combat abilities, might I respectfully suggest that your primitive human mind would be entirely unsuited to the rigors of space combat. Unless I put the fighter in easy mode.
Easy mode? I'm not stupid, you know. I can do anything you can.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I can.
Cannot.
Can too?
Cannot, and before you say anything, cannot.
Can too and all.
So, are you Commander Handel?
That's correct. And you two are the envoys from Earth, correct?
That is correct.
So, are you responsible for the messages from one Commander Strax?
Well, you see, the thing is...
Strax is my butler.
Butler?
You might have to explain butler to them.
He is... in my employ. But he is most categorically not authorized to speak for the Earth.
And you are?
I am.
I see. And you're the Doctor, correct?
That's right.
All right. So explain to me, Doctor, how this Commander Strax was able to send messages to our base when he was not authorized to do so.
Well, he's a Sontaran. I suppose you'd call him expat?
Expat?
What's that?
Oh, right. Expatriate. He used to be a Sontaran commander, then he... resigned?
More accurately, was cashiered.
Might be nicer to say retired.
Forcibly retired.
The point, if you please.
Strax is a hobbyist. He noticed you, thought you were hostile, and then decided it might be a good idea to threaten you. He didn't really mean any of it.
Well, strictly speaking, he did.
Not helping.
What? He did mean something. He's just, well, hopelessly inadequate at achieving anything.
So what? These were empty threats on his part?
Oh, yes. Most assuredly so.
And the government of Earth disavows these threats.
Oh, the government of Earth. Well, see, the funny thing is...
There is no government of Earth.
I wasn't gonna tell them that.
What do you mean?
Apart from a few private individuals, and of course ourselves, no one is aware of your colony at all. Strax was not acting on behalf of any world government, because the human race currently does not have one.
Is that so?
That's so.
And you two are private citizens.
We're representatives by virtue of being versed in intergalactic protocol.
That's her.
And smart.
That's me.
Well, not that smart.
Sorry, what?
1 moment, please. Commander Crank, Plan Delta is a go. Roger that, sir. Detecting now. Thank you. My apologies. Just needed to kickstart the invasion of Earth.
What?
Well, we've been planning to invade for months, but the messages from Commander Strax stopped us. Now that we know he's just a retired hobbyist.
Forcibly retired.
Of course, forcibly retired. Well, we can invade at our leisure. No centralized government. No one apart from a few private citizens even knows about us. Well, that just screams, let's go invade now, doesn't it?
I'm torn between being annoyed that you've clued him in and surprised that Strax was right about the moonites preparing to invade Earth.
I think you can be both.
I think I am both.
So, now what?
Now we wait for Strax and Jenny to save us.
We're relying on Strax.
Yeah.
We're going to die.
There. You happy now?
The work is satisfactory, boy. Though the quality of the polish you've used is substandard.
Yeah. Well, what should I have used?
You should have used your spit.
Oh, my spit?
The Earth phrase is spit and polish, isn't it?
That's just a saying.
So, it is not literal.
No.
That is disappointing. Though, if I should ever return to Santa, that knowledge will at least make our field manuals more accurate.
If you say so. And why do I have to wear this ugly orange thing?
That is a flight suit made for human proportions, modelled on a similar flight suit I saw in a human motion picture during my time in your future.
The hell's a motion picture thingy?
You would not understand.
Oh, right, I'm sure. Oh, wait, what was that?
That would be the alert for Moonite invasion.
What do we do?
In lieu of having time to train you in the Interceptor's operation, get into this heavy fighter and take over the rear guns. We will launch a preemptive strike together.
Is it really preemptive if we know they're already invading?
Be quiet and get in the blasted fighter.
No, I should have gone with Vastra.
Are you buckled in, boy?
What are these?
Seatbelts.
Seatbelts. I'll never catch on. So, what do I do?
There is a big red button in front of you.
Yeah, there is.
Every time I tell you to press that button, do so.
Is that it?
When I designed these fighters, I installed an easy mode that simplifies the rear gunner position for primitive human brains to comprehend. Unfortunately, the operation is still immensely complex.
Hitting a big red button is not immensely complex.
We shall see. Beginning launch sequence.
How long will it take us to reach the moon?
Do you see that little flashing bar that says internal dampener?
No.
It's right there, written in plain Santaran.
I don't read Sontaran.
Oh. And now?
Yeah, I see it. What's the internal dampener?
It is the thing that will prevent interplanetary speeds from turning your primitive human frame into red jelly smeared across the back of my starfighter.
Oh.
Fair not. Is the indicator red?
No.
Good.
It's purple.
Oh.
Oh?
Then hit your console.
No. Why did I do that?
Is the indicator green now?
Yes.
Ah, good. That's all right then.
Oh, please don't say that. It's not very reassuring.
I have just said that's all right, which implicitly states that things are well.
Yeah, but coming from you, that's not reassuring.
Well, regardless, we will be engaging interplanetary drive shortly. I would recommend bracing yourself.
Still not feeling very reassured.
Engaging.
Great, sir. We remember. My Unidentified craft is on attack vector. Under attack! What in the name of the Black Star is that?
If I had to hazard a guess, it's Commander Strax.
Oh, goddess. He's actually here. How?
Oh, in the fighters he's been building.
What? They work?
They should do.
How do you know?
I helped.
You what?
Commander Crank, destroy the landing craft!
Maybe you'll want to put a hold on your invasion.
Shut up! Keep trying, Commander! I want that vessel destroyed!
Press the button.
Right.
Again.
Right.
Again.
Should I just keep pressing it until you say stop?
And of course not. Fire only on my order. Again.
They're still firing! All our defense screens are disabled. They took out our point defense turrets too. We're defenseless. He's one Sontaran hobbyist!
You said it yourself. He's a Sontaran hobbyist. A Sontaran hobbyist is an infinitely more dangerous warrior than even the most hardened moonite.
I can still have you two killed.
You do that and Vastra here won't be able to call Strax off. She's the only one he'll listen to.
You're bluffing.
Like I said, he's my butler.
Fine. Do it.
Not until you allow us to leave and call off your invasion plans.
Yeah, what she said.
Fine. Leave then.
Gladly. Nicely done.
Not quite the diplomacy I expected, but I think I did all right.
Dare say you did.
Then,
Again.
I'll get me out of this.
Indeed, for a human novice, your progress is not too abysmal.
Oh, thanks. What's that?
The communication. Obviously, the Moonites wish to beg for mercy.
That you in the fighter, Strax?
Doctor, I take it negotiations with the Moonite scum were not successful.
The Moonites were planning an invasion, but your preemptive strike has convinced them to stand down. I suggest you stop your attack.
But we have the advantage. I can crush them with one final
Strax.
blow. Yes, Ma'am. I will stand down.
Good work, Strax.
I'm here too, Mum.
You flew in a fighter?
She was my gunner. She did an adequate job.
Well, I shall have to personally congratulate you when you return home then, Jenny.
Yes, Mum.
So, to be clear, you knew all about Strax's fighters before he told you.
Yeah. May have been fibbing a little bit when I pretended to be shocked. Call it a gamble.
But how did you know? How could you possibly have known?
Last me help him think of a source for some parts. You'd be amazed at the stuff I threw out because I thought it was junk. Great biscuits.
Enough parts for an entire working starfighter?
Enough parts for all 5, actually. You know that thing thing that you actually flew in is horribly overdesigned.
If you say so. I personally prefer to think of it as having multiple redundant systems that make it a highly effective piece of superior Sontaran engineering.
Superior Sontaran engineering with a faulty purple light.
It is not faulty.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Regardless,
No, it isn't.
the threat is, for the moment, dealt with. What is the next step?
Well, the moonites are preparing to go to a different world. I think they're looking at Titan, one of the moons of Saturn. They wanted to go to Mars, but I warned them off. The Ice Warriors would have had a field day.
Who? What?
So, they're still in our solar system.
As long as they don't bother Earth, I don't really mind.
But what's to stop them bothering Earth again?
Oh, I may have promised them a seat on the Federation Council if they behaved.
The what?
I was not aware you could give out seats on the Federation Council.
Alpha Centauri still owes me a massive favour. I was going to ask for a new self-turning electric guitar, but then I regenerated and became more of a triangle fan. Oh, I play it so well. Oh, well, I suppose I better be off. Do you mind if I take this plate of biscuits with me?
Are you sure we can't convince you to stay?
Nah, I left my fam waiting in Sheffield for 125 years from now, and I don't want to disappoint. And I should say, I've got my own special lady waiting for me. Bye all!
Farewell, Doctor.
Bye.
More tea, ma'am.
Please, Strax. And then, if you could return your fighter to Scotland, I would be grateful. It is rather an eyesore at the front of the house.
As you wish, ma'am.
Anything else, Mum?
Yes, in fact. Go put on that orange flight suit.
Mum?
I always loved a woman in uniform.